Well, aren't these pretty interesting days? I figured that silver going through the roof and gold going through the roof, you didn't need to hear anything more. I think it was speaking for itself. But I've been kind of looking at some things, and obviously the Middle East is starting to talk about repricing their or starting to sell their oil based in euro instead of the dollar. Last time Saddam Hussein did that, we know what happened to him. So, the Illuminati and the people pulling the strings, they're not in this to lose, they're in this to win. So I want to think about what their next move is. And obviously the buildup in the Middle East kind of answers that question. The villainization of Iran is pretty obvious. They're building them up to be the next enemy. And so with Obama losing approval and the dollar losing favor, and it's kind of a death spiral now, because all the foreign countries that hold our dollars are watching the value drop, and the last one out the door is going to lose the most. So it's like, do I get out now and be the first one, or the last one? So I think what they're going to do, obviously, is they're going to stage some kind of an event, something to distract us from the dollar, something to make it much worse than being afraid of the dollar, which is why the central banks have been hoarding gold for a while now. Because the only way out of this dollar crisis is through gold, because the very nature of a fiat currency is to expand into oblivion. It has to happen. Otherwise, it's not a fiat currency. It's always based on something else, something that has to control its growth and its expansion, like gold. So whatever they go to next is going to have to be through something real, through something that, which should always be, is something that someone had to dig out of the ground and actually had to sweat for and spend their time doing, and to give it value. Otherwise, value is just kind of a generic term. What would give gold and silver value? Obviously, it's indestructible, and it's on a periodic table of elements, and it's fungible, it's malleable, and it takes a lot of work to bring it out of the ground. You have to dig up a lot of dirt, so that gives us its value, and then you can then base your currency on that value and expand from there. That's how it should be. But with this fiat currency all over the world, it's a joke, and the only way out, they might temporarily do this or do that, or prop up the dollar or this or that, but ultimately the dollar is finished, and because they just have to keep printing more money. And now the rest of the world is catching on that that's how they're funding their wars, is through just printing money to pay for the wars. And I think the people that we're going to be bombing, namely Iran, Pakistan, and Afghanistan, are saying, why do we keep selling our oil in dollars? We need to stop doing that. So there's going to be a fight, obviously. It's kind of inevitable. It'll cleanse the system, and hopefully it won't be too bad. Hopefully it won't go nuclear. But either way, the only way out of this financial crisis is through gold, which will cause silver to kill gold like it's been doing this year. I think gold's up about 23% this year, and silver's up 55%. So obviously your money's better off in silver. One of the other good things is to have some debt. If you think about paying off your debt. Like, I was going to pay off my car. I owe $13,000 on my car, convertible Mustang. Thank you very much. I owed $13,000 on it, and I had the opportunity to pay it off. And I'm thinking, well, if I put this into silver, what is silver earning year over year? And you can see silver is up almost every year in the double digits. And since I'm only paying 8% interest on my used car, obviously the money was better off in silver. So if you can afford the payments, keep paying on your debt and pay your debt down, because inflation is going to be destroying your debt. At the same time, you'll be making money on silver. It's like a left and a right punch, and an uppercut too. So if you can keep making your payments, you'll be fine. That's the math I've done. Keep paying on your mortgage, and there will come a time where it will be time to get out of silver and to put money back into real estate. But until that happens, just keep making your payments, and keep putting any extra money you can into some silver coin, and you'll be fine. And even in stagflation, where prices are going up, but the economy is kind of just sputtering along, inflation kills debt. That's all there is to it. So even in stagflation, where there's no economic growth but there's still inflation, you're sitting pretty. I wish I had borrowed the money I spent on silver, but I can see that it's a little late for that, so that's all right. What else is there? I was listening to some David Icke. If you don't know who that is, look him up on YouTube. He's a fascinating guy. After listening to several of his videos, I look for everything I can find on the guy now. He seems to have his head on straight, and he's a really good guide. I find him to be very, very accurate in what he says, and it seems to be right on the correct page for now. And so that's that. And what else? What else is there to say? Either way, you know, if we don't go to World War III, they're going to have to start backing a new currency with something real, oil, gold, silver, whatever. They don't have much of a choice, so just keep buying the metal if you can. I'm in some oil, some gold mining and silver mining stocks. I think my favorite, which is up 225% this year, is GSS, Golden Star Reservoirs or Resources, something like that. I don't even know the name. It's GSS, and it seems to go up sharply with the price of the metal. So try checking that out. I know there's a million stocks out there. The 225% return is nice. And let me check on the volume real quick on that, because it might be a really good option play if there's enough volume. Yeah, 4 million shares today, and it's only $3.60. So basically, buying the stock is almost just like buying an option, because it's only $3.60. So it's like buying an option that never expires. So you're better off buying the stock. But if you really want to get aggressive, you go May 2010. Yeah, you can buy the 250s for $1.45. The spread's only 5 cents. So for $2.50, you could buy twice as many, almost twice as many shares. With the options not expiring until May, and make twice the return. So you might want to buy some stock and maybe buy a little option, and as it goes up you can sell covered calls, but I won't get into all that right now. So GSS, Golden Star Resources Limited. Also for silver, I like Silver Wheaton. They don't actually mine any silver, but they go around to the mines, and I can't remember what they do, but I know it's good. And I study so many companies that I kind of get them mixed up. I know Silver Wheaton doesn't actually pull any metal out of the ground, but they go around to the refiners, and I can't remember what they do, but they're a solid company. Just trust the trader on that. I guess that's pretty much it before my time runs out and I have to do this all over again. I might do a second video. I don't know how much time I have left, but let me think. I have Bank of America accounts, and I'm getting ready to, I'll pay my bills this month, and I'm getting ready to close all 3 of my accounts and go with a local credit union. So we need to starve the beast. So if you have accounts with these major banks that are shorting silver and everything, cancel your accounts and go to some kind of a local bank. I like Bank of America because they're everywhere. You can travel to any little town, and there's always a Bank of America. That's why I like them, but it's not worth it. So I'm going to close those, and the hell with them. And that's about it. I'll do another video if I can think of. I think there's a couple of articles I saved. If I can find them, I'll put them up there on a second video. All right.